Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really good. I just feel inspired to talk about maybe the energies right now. I know we're coming up on a full moon, and it feels like, and I'm just going to speak from my own experience, and you can take what's relatable. It just feels like a lot of kind of heavy, dark energies that and we just can't do it alone right now. Like the energies, what I'm experiencing are so kind of intensely dark and kind of gripping and just very hard to be with alone. I'm noticing I'm needing a lot of support to be with them. And it's like these kind of energies that in the past I would always run from. I would always find a way to kind of try to bypass them, either consciously or unconsciously. Just energies I just literally couldn't stand to be with. They were like just too shamey, too whatever, you know? And these energies are just super gritty right now, at least what I'm experiencing, and a lot in the third eye, like through here. Maybe that resonates with some of you. And as I was in a healing this morning, I could feel how it's in the third eye, but it also goes down like into the pit of the belly too. So it's all connected. And I was saying these feel like super ancestral. These feel like old energies from another time. You know, we're these divine angelic beings that incarnate into these animal bodies with like DNA that's been passed down from generations where there was all kinds of horrible things happening. And not that horrible things aren't happening still on Earth, right? I mean, look around, things are still really dark and there's still fucking humans killing each other in wars, which is insane. There's still so much violence. But if we go back not that long, it was even darker. It was even more horrific in some ways. And that horror still exists, but at least something's coming through here, hopefully less so. And hopefully that trend continues, where it's just less and less and less of war and famine and all of these sickness and all of the ways humans hurt one another because they're caught in this deception that they're separate from each other, right? And once we all start waking up to this knowing that we're all one consciousness, you know, appearing as different characters, different forms. Once we start waking up to this, like everyone we look at is us, is actually truly who we are. And it's like our own self looking back at us. Once humanity starts to wake up to that on a collective level, then obviously it seems pretty obvious that a lot of the destruction that humans bring to each other will eventually end. But right now it seems like a lot of us, our job is to clear these super fucking dark energies that have been really just, they're in the body, they're in the DNA, they're not even really ours. And maybe some of us can point to it, some childhood trauma. But these energies that I'm encountering, at least that I'm encountering, they feel so fucking dark. They feel just, and they can be disturbing even. They can come through so dark. And there's a lot of dialogue about this in the WhatsApp group right now. And thank you to those who are joining that group and pouring your energy into it and making it such a collaborative space where you're all kind of, where you can be heard, seen, collaborate, find helpful reflections. So thank you to those who are showing up there. I'll leave a link for that in the comments for those of you who are interested in community to help get you through these times. And that's sort of, I guess, what I was writing down is like, can't do it alone anymore. And that's part of unified consciousness coming online is learning to be in connection with others. Like as we heal our relational wounds through connecting to others, we're like changing the fabric of the human collective psyche, of the human collective energy field, you could say. So you doing the relational work and healing your relational wounds is going to help this earth plane stabilize in peace, in harmony. And so that's why right now a lot of you might be feeling like you're almost forced into connection. Maybe some of you are lone wolves, and all of a sudden life is demanding that you connect, and your ego is super resisting it and is bringing up a lot of stuff, and it's super triggering for you. But this is the work. This is what these times are about. I feel is coming together, creating a new earth together. We weren't meant to do this alone. And I feel like you really can't right now in so many ways. Like you're almost fighting life if you're trying to do it alone anymore. And there's getting chills. And there's so many areas that are opening up, I feel like, in the grid where we can go to get support. And I created that WhatsApp group because I know a lot of you need like niche support, right? You need support with others who get kind of the craziness of a Kundalini or an ascension awakening. And you can find support. You can have different avenues of support. You can have that niche. You can go over here for this other kind of thing. And, you can do something like a group that does body work, workouts, exercise, whatever. The point is, and you might be meeting like soulmates. A lot of you, I feel like, might be coming into soulmate encounters that are really, really maybe crazy for you, really intense, really fiery, with a lot of heat, a lot of alchemy. Or a lot of you are about to start meeting soulmates, and maybe you can feel that in your heart center, in your body, that you're about to start meeting people that are going to have an energetically dynamic kind of movement. Maybe some of you are really ready for that, or you've been calling in a soulmate. Maybe you've been praying to meet soulmates, whether that's romantic, platonic, whatever. So there's going to be a lot happening through connection right now. This is how we heal the fabric, like I said. This is how we unify this consciousness. This is how we come to learn like another is you. A lot of that we have to learn through relationship. A relationship dissolves ego. That's why the ego resists it. That's why the mind will resist connection a lot. And it wants to just do it alone. It doesn't want help. It's got all the answers, right? Because like Ram Dass says, relationships are where like the rubber meets the road in your spiritual awakening process. It's where you find out where you're really at. It's a very fertile ground for a lot of growth, a lot of discovery, a lot of illumination of your own shadow, of your own patterns, of your own tendencies. It's going to bring up a lot of your ancestral trauma for you to see that otherwise you wouldn't be able to see. Some things we can't see by ourselves, almost everything. A lot of things we can't see by ourselves. It's humbling to need others, right? It's humbling. We don't want to need others because when we needed others, maybe when we were little, we were dropped. And so the nervous system, the creature, has this association with needing others that is maybe negative, or it doesn't want to need others because it couldn't depend on others in the past. And so right now is a beautiful time if you can find places where you can get solid, safe connection, where you can hopefully start to kind of rewire these pathways. And you can start to get to this place where I've been tasting it recently for quite a while now, where, oh my God, it feels so good to get help. It feels so good to ask for help and receive it and just keep doing that. And you're just so open to receiving another's support. And I know it can be so tender at first and so vulnerable. And so we go at the pace that we're able to go with this stuff. But I could feel life in this energies of the full moon, like maybe nudging us, slowly kind of pushing us into connection so that we can start to heal these wounds. And so that we can start to learn that it's okay to need others, that it can be a beautiful thing to need another. And it's like the more we are able to actually be vulnerable and ask for our needs to be met and finding places where they can actually be met, the more we can help others on the path. The more we start to trust relationships in the relational field, the more we just pass that on to others just in our day-to-day communications. It can be so simple. Like you can start to heal your relational wounds and you can transmit something to the grocery store clerk, to the front desk person at the gym, or to whoever. And of course it's going to have ripple effects in your own nuclear family dynamics and And maybe you're maybe you serve in some way, or your work, or whatever you do, you know, anywhere you go. This relational healing that you're maybe being called to do right now, it's going to have an impact on the one. So anything that comes up that's painful, that's difficult, that's just grungy, that's gnarly, know you're moving it through for the one. That you are creating a more peaceful, loving earth. You are creating a reality which war will not exist. Fuck, can it be done already, right? I think so many of us, I'm getting so many chills, can war just end? Like, what the fuck is going on, you know? When you read the news and you see these wars, and you're just like, so many chills here, so much light here. It's just, I think there's something in the collective. It's like, we're fucking done with it. We're done with it. We're ready to turn the page. We're ready to start usher in a new chapter of human civilization. And it starts with you moving through what you're being asked to move through right now. And you're like, in a way, you are leading the way. You're a way shower. You're going first. You're helping clean up this reality. And it's not easy. It's an earth realm, right? There's density. There's thousands of years of horror, you know? And the horror, like I said, is still here, but we are dissolving it. And we are ushering in this new chapter of human civilization where there is peace, where we are valued just for being. We don't need to prove our worth. You know, these kinds of tenets are coming in right now. So energies surfacing that are challenging you, yes, and this will help your soul growth. This will help you become more free of your mind. A lot of us tend to waste energy focusing on heavy thought forms. That's not necessary. Your thoughts probably will not help you right now. Try to keep your focus on awareness itself, or God, or your heart center, or love, or peace, whatever word resonates with you, the universe, your spacious awareness. Keep your awareness on what you really are. That will help you kind of go through these times, like this, you could say, like this sword can just like cut through the density and the darkness. You can just stay with the light of truth, this like beam of truth, if you will. I think that's complete. There's more, but the transmission feels complete. Sending you all so much love. Again, thanks to those of you who are joining the WhatsApp Kundalini support group. Yeah, super honored to be hosting that. If you're interested in joining, I will put a link in the description box and in the comments. Also, thanks for the donations. Thanks for the booking sessions. I love working with you guys one-on-one. It's all such an honor. I feel so grateful to be here, to be guiding you. Sending you all so much love and light. Namaste.